What's up, this is Squad24 for a Farming Simulator 17 video. Today we'll be camping in the Goldcrest Mountains with some pretty cool new mods. We'll be bringing with us the Porsche GT4 to drive on some mountain roads. We'll be using the Ram Limited and the enclosed trailer to transport that over to our campgrounds. And we'll be using the Dodge 3500 dually with a few custom parts to trailer our Weekend Warrior camper trailer over to the campgrounds. And we will also be kind of cutting down a tree to give us some wood for our fire. So this should be a very interesting day, and I'm very excited to be using the new Porsche and seeing how it handles and how fast we could go into some mountain turns. So we'll be hopping in the Dodge 3500 dually. I really do like this Dodge. It's one of my new favorite Dodges, which is a dually. It's an overall very nice one. So we'll kind of pull forward here. Our property here on the Goldcrest Mountain map is a pretty small property, so we do actually have to park a little bit on the grass. So we got that attached, and we'll definitely have to make sure everything does work on it, and we also have to just make sure everything is attached. So everything looks good. It looks like there's no wheels being kind of stopped with anything like that, so that's also good. And overall, I did have to do a few editing things to kind of get the trailer to work with the latest version of Farming Sim. So we'll be hopping back in this Dodge, one of my favorite Dodges, and we'll be making our way over there. And you guys can see that we actually have the enclosed trailer kind of on our side lawn, which is a little funny, but I'm very excited to be back here doing some camping videos and bringing with us a brand new Porsche, which I did bring into the game. I really do like the Porsches a lot, and it's a pretty cool dream car. So the mountains isn't too far away, which is always good, but we'll kind of be parking and camping kind of far into the mountains. But take a look at this dually. It's towing right up the hill like it's no problem. Looks like we just ran into a little bit of problems there with the hitch, but overall this truck looks pretty cool. So we'll be going into the mountains now on this dirt road, and we'll have to find a pretty nice campground area. So we'll kind of turn, and we do have to watch out to make sure that we do not tip over, especially since this is a very wide and tall camper. If you guys do have any cool video ideas, drop them down below in the comments. I'm very excited for all of the very cool daily videos coming to the channel, and it looks like the Dodge is struggling now just a little bit to kind of make it up the hill, and we are actually sliding down. So I think we'll kind of back down just a little bit, and hopefully it does not drag us down. We do need to get some momentum as we make our way up. Now this is a little interesting, and it's also pretty realistic for a truck to pretty much struggle trying to go up this hill, but it is, like I was saying, a very steep hill, and it does require a lot of power from the trucks. But take a look at that, guys. The Dodge is doing it. Looks like there's a bear over there, which is a little scary. Now we have to make it up this turn, and I don't think we'll be bringing the Porsche all the way up these mountains. That's going to be a little risky, especially since the Porsche is worth a lot of money. So we'll be camping right about here. Take a look at that. We'll be camping at the top of the mountains. So that looks to be good just about there. We'll kind of be disconnecting that, and we could actually bring up the vehicle over there. That looks like there's some animals kind of walking around. So this looks like a pretty good campground area. The camper is in a pretty good position, so that looks good, and we'll kind of back up and just kind of park right about here. So take a look at that. We got this set up. I mean, that was pretty challenging, but it's always pretty fun. So we'll get the Porsche started and get it warmed up. Now this is a Cayman GT4. It has a 911 front end, which is pretty cool. We'll be hopping in the Ram Limited. You guys can see it actually does have a backup camera, which we'll be using, and we'll be backing up to the trailer. So we'll definitely turn our hazard lights on and back up to it. I really do like this truck a lot. Very nice, and I do like featuring a lot of new mods like today. So I think that I really want to load it up just kind of right about here. So we'll kind of back up just so that the gate does go right after the curb, since there's a little curb line here. So we'll kind of lower this down. That makes it so that we are still kind of on our lawn area, if you would say. That looks good just about there, and since this is so much money, this car, we will definitely be as careful as we can. And I mean, this thing looks pretty cool in the white, but I also do like the Porsche blue. So take a look at this camera view. This is actually a GoPro view, which I did add. So we'll kind of be coming over here and loading it on. Now I did base this car off of one that has really good handling, which should be good for us. We'll be able to speed through the mountain roads, which should be pretty cool. So we'll kind of drive in. We do have to watch the fenders on either side. That actually looks pretty good, and we'll kind of just center it, and looks like the doors are right after the wheel well, which is pretty good. But I mean, we could have always like added, I would say that we could have brought like an ATV with us, but I mean that Porsche is just so much money. I do not want anything to happen to it inside of the trailer, so we'll kind of tilt the ramp up and we'll make our way over. Now we'll definitely be careful here on the curbs so that it does not bounce too much. And I would like to thank each and every one of you for the continued support on the daily content. I really do enjoy doing farming sim videos. These are a lot of fun. We'll be doing some GTA 5 and some Forza videos very soon, along with the spin tires and beam engines. So I'm thinking we'll probably go to the other side of the mountain that we are camping on, and I think that that might be a little bit easier for us to go up it, since I think it will be. And if not, we could just park the trailer on the other side over there. So we're kind of going around the mountain, and I mean this is a pretty tall, pretty steep mountain, which is always fun to kind of camp on new maps just like this one. So we'll definitely be cruising on these roads because these are some awesome roads for the Porsche, and I do like watching pretty cool videos of Porsches kind of going through the mountains. But I mean, we are camping at the very top of this mountain that we are kind of driving and camping next to, which is pretty cool. And I believe that there is a road coming up soon, so we'll just kind of continue around to that. Now, driving a trailer and a truck like this on some mountain roads isn't the best, but we'll be making our way up here, and it's just over here. You guys can see it's a gravel road, so I think we'll probably kind of go up there, kind of park up, and I mean there's actually a lookout tower, so we'll also take a look at that. Today's supposed to be a lot of fun, and it is also weekend, so take a look, guys. The Ram Limited made it up here, and I mean driving on gravel, I think we will have to be pretty careful with the Porsche, and we should have probably unloaded down there, but I think that will be fine. So we'll kind of get leveled out. Looks like everything is level, which is good. So we'll definitely kind of walk over here. Let's take a look. Wow, take a look at this view. That is one epic view of the Goldcrest Mountains map, and we'll definitely be going on those mountain roads. So I think we'll kind of take a look. Is there any small trees around? I would like to kind of cut down a small tree for us, and it looks like I can't really find any, so we won't be doing that. Up next, we'll be kind of hopping back in the Ram, and we'll be lowering down the ramp. Now I do not want to lower it down all the way, just enough to work. That looks to be good. Now it looks like the wheels did kind of come off the ground just a little, but we should be okay. And now, guys, it's going to be a lot of fun. I think we'll probably kind of go back to the bottom of the mountain and kind of speed our way up, but the Porsche is very low to the ground. We do have to be pretty careful on ground clearance, everything like that. I really do like the yellow calipers. Those are pretty cool. But you guys can see it's already a lot of speed just kind of cruising down, and this is also manual, so we'll kind of cruise down very slowly, and then like I was saying, we'll be kind of racing our way up to the top of the mountains, which should be very cool and very interesting, especially since, like I was saying, this vehicle handles really well. And this is actually really good for the car since we are warming it up before we do some very intense kind of racing on the roads. And luckily there's not too much traffic, so we will not have to kind of be careful for that. So I think we'll probably turn around down here right after this bridge. Yeah, we'll kind of go right after this little area, and I mean this car is already pretty fast, so we'll just do like a turn right over here, kind of back into here. And now this, guys, like I was saying, is going to be very fun, so we'll kind of get on the throttle already. I mean, this is one epic Porsche, really does handle really well. I mean, we are flying, and that's a little bit of operator error crashing off the road right there. And we'll go into this turn very fast. You guys can see I am on the throttle, full speed. I mean, take a look at that, and we kind of go airborne once we go too fast up a hill, so we'll have to be careful for that. But wow, very challenging to control. But I mean, this GT4 is one epic car, so kind of race up here, and then we'll be slowing it down just a little bit to kind of stop the vehicle from going off the ground. But you guys can see it really does corner really well for a vehicle here in Farm Sim. So you guys can see that was a lot of fun. We made it over here. I think we'll try to do it one last time, and I really want to do it without having to like crash off the road and be pretty realistic. So we'll kind of continue down. We do actually have the hill, and this is pretty challenging, so I think we'll just kind of take up both lanes if needed. We'll slow down here on the turns, and I do apologize for not the best driving in this fast car, but I mean, we are flying upwards of 100 miles per hour in sections, but you guys can see it really does turn really well. Wow, some awesome handling Porsches, which is pretty cool. And take a look at that. So that's going to be it for the Porsche. I think we'll kind of make our way back over to the campground. I mean, this is a very cool vehicle to kind of race around the mountain roads. And I think we'll just kind of let the vehicle cool down as we drive back. Kind of driving a little bit slower and kind of driving the mountain road speed, since we are definitely not driving them. Like I was saying, if you do have any cool video ideas, drop them down below in the comments. We'll be doing many more camping videos, and I am looking at cool new maps just like this one. So we'll definitely cruise back up here. And overall, this Porsche GT4 was a lot of fun. And you guys can see that we got the campground set up, everything like that. So hope you guys enjoyed today's camping video here on the Goldcrest Mountains map. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a great day, and subscribe for more.